Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to episode 7 of our Infitech 2 modded Minecraft Let's Play series. If you recall last episode, we finished getting a bunch of these machines that are down here. You know, pretty much all the Steam machines are running now. I will say I figured out how to run this stuff out. Is I just use this this fluid pipe, or this fluid conduit from Ender.io. I do have it inserting right now because if you notice, like when our machines were going like boo or whatever, and this was coming up, it means it wasn't being supplied enough steam to to actually finish it. Like it was getting cut off, and basically it has to totally just restart when it runs out of steam. So the best way I think to shut that off is I just put the pipe pushing back into the tank, so it's not going to be pulling any steam out. And because like this, for example, there's nothing in here right there, but it actually has materials in there it's trying to process. So if I just broke the machine, it would actually waste those materials. And then these are actually the exhaust vents, these like squares here. You just want to make sure those are not covered by anything. But hopefully here before long we'll be moving into steel, and you know, doing all this is going to be quite a bit easier. The only other way that I found to like I was testing and everything in a creative world, and the only way I found to get fluid and stuff out of these tanks with these pipes is by using a pump. So you know, I definitely suggest using the the fluid conduit to move stuff out. I was actually planning on going to the Nether today. I've gotten you know, a bit of obsidian built up. However, to do that, the flint and steel requires steel, so we're not going to be able to get into the Nether that way. It only requires a steel nugget, but you know, we don't have access to that right now. And then also these wax combs from Pam's Harvest Craft, like the bees, I've had them running for a bit because I was planning on getting wax from this episode. However, to do that, of course, you need a presser from Pam's Harvest Craft. Well, normally this thing only requires a little bit of iron and wood, but in here it requires steel. So that's another thing we're not going to be able to craft at the moment to get the wax and stuff that we need. But I did come up with an alternative, I think, and we're going to check that out in just a second to get our wax, for now at least, until we get into steel. The presser, it requires no power or anything. So, you know, once we can get the presser, that's going to make our lives a whole lot easier. And lastly, you'll also notice that my farm has pretty much been destroyed. Earlier when I was downstairs working on bronze plates and stuff, I kept hearing like a slime up here, and I just figured it was hopping around out here. And when I came up to do my crops, yeah, everything was smashed. So, good times. So, like I said, I think I have an alternative to our wax. I was wanting to get steel started this episode, but it does require, I did the math, it requires 186 bronze plates just for, you know, just for the, like, frame, and that doesn't include actually crafting this bronze-plated blast furnace, because I'm pretty sure that has to go into it as well. So, yeah, so we're not going to be making steel this episode. Hopefully next episode. It's just requiring a lot of tin, and I haven't found a like a nest of tin. I'll probably end up purchasing it with the industrial credits, but yeah, so that's probably going to be something that we cover next episode. And I will also say that I did finally find where we're going to live. So I've started working on that some, like building it out. But we won't be moved over there for at least another episode or two. So, and you'll notice I got these strawberries. Now this is actually from Extra Biomes XL. And you'll find strawberry plants out in the world, and you can get the strawberry seeds if you break the plant. And to use these, I believe it requires tilled earth. Yeah. So that'll get us some strawberries growing. So we'll go ahead and plant those for now and take a look at those in a bit once they're grown. But yeah, I was planning on getting the Thaumcraft today, and I was actually planning on going to the Nether too, but like I said, we're not going to be able to do that. But the hardened leather here does require this wax, either wax or beeswax. And beeswax is just, you know, a honeycomb or a wax comb in a presser. But like I said, that requires steel. But what you can also do is you can get this this normal wax here, and it requires candleberries. It requires 4 of them from Pam's Harvestcraft. But you can actually get candleberries from the berry gardens. So I went out and I found a bunch of these, so hopefully we'll get a few candleberries from this. We're going to need, what, 8 of them at best? Or at worst? So, now see, there's a candleberry. And we'll just break these and see if we can get ourselves 8 candleberries. Now you can actually put these berry gardens down and let them grow, and they'll actually like spread. So we're probably going to leave a few of these behind and hopefully let them spread and make more berry gardens and everything. But well, there we go. We have now 9 of them. And once you get your 8 candleberries, what you can do here, I'm just going to throw all these berries into these here. Oh, one of these as well. Where's our pot? Right here. You can get your pot from Pam's Harvestcraft, and then take it along with the 4 candleberries and get your wax that way. So now that we've got the wax, we just need we'll need a few pieces of leather actually for everything. But we can get our hardened leather, and I've already got the brass plates, which that's just 3 parts copper and 1 part zinc. And if you run it through the alloy smelter, that'll get you the 4 metal that you need to get the 2 plates. So one craft of it and you'll be set. So the next thing that we're going to need is the big writing book here. Takes 8 pieces of paper around a book and quill. So that recipe isn't changed, so that's a plus. Let me see. I had 1 feather, didn't I? I could have swore I did. No. I thought... Huh. Okay, maybe I'll have to go grab a feather really quick. I could have swore I had a feather because I remember looking and I thought that I had it. But there's some chickens right over here near us, so that won't be too much of an issue to go grab it. Yeah, so I'll cut camera just for a second here and go grab that feather, and then I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. There was actually a chicken right over near the house there, so let's go ahead and get our... Oh man, how do you make paper? I didn't realize that they had changed that. I think we made paper earlier actually, didn't we? Yeah, we need Chad. Okay, that's not too bad though. Yeah, I've got a mortar here. So let's go ahead and make up, we'll just make up a bunch of Chad. because we'll end up using it, I'm sure. And then we'll need stone slabs. And just like that. And that's going to get us our paper. 16 pieces is plenty. And now the book itself is crafted still the same way, though. And then the ink and the feather gets us the book and quill. And then if we just surround that with paper, that's going to get us the big writing book from Bibliocraft. So we got that part of it done now. And next up, let's see here. We're going to need just 2 shards of any kind. We'll just use order. Or actually, let's just use water. And that should be... No, we need the iron screws. Okay. So, we'll just need a couple pieces of iron here. And then... What is it? File? And then... What, the saw, right? I don't have a saw anymore. I'm going to have to make a new saw. Okay, let me see. How was a saw crafted again? Not the chainsaw, but the standard saw. Okay. 2 plates. Alright. So we'll make it out of just wrought iron, I guess. And oh, my hammer's broken, and I'm trying to save up steam right now. Oh man. This pack kills me, I think. It's like that. Okay. Alright. That'll get us our plates, and then what, hammer and file? Other way? Yep. And then just this and that will get us our saw, and then our iron bolts like that, and then what, just a file, we'll get our iron screws. Okay, so now we're all set to make the Thaumonomicon. It's really a bit of work in this pack, but that gets us that. So now we can actually maybe start getting into magic a little bit. However, it looks like there's another part to this. Yeah, we're going to have to make the thermometer. To do that, it's the same recipe as normal. So I've actually got, let me see here. I know I've got some gold. Yeah. By the way, if you type something in and then click it like that with any eye, it'll highlight what you're looking for. So just a heads up. Yeah, I made all these bricks actually for because we'll need the bricks to make the those bronzed blocks. So while that's cooking, you're also going to need a couple shards. We'll use order this time, I guess, and a piece of glass. Oh, did not work. Alright. And then just lay it down like... Oh, I always get everything like that, I get backwards. But that'll get us our thermometer. And I guess we'll take the material bag. So next up they want us to make the copper wand, which the iron wand is disabled in this pack. So just a heads up there. The copper wand It's also kind of a convoluted recipe to get it going. Let me see. Here it is. Copper cap. You need a copper ring and a copper round. So it's just going to be a copper rod with a hammer will make the ring, and then for the copper round, just 2 nuggets with a file will get us that. Okay. So we'll just need a couple pieces of copper. We'll go ahead and what is it? Pound it into a plate, right? I think. I hope. And then cut it down. I cannot remember. No, it was file, wasn't it? Okay, let's do this. Let's try this again. I'll get these all these recipes memorized at some point. Okay, and that'll get us the copper rod, and then hammer it down to get the ring. And then we'll need nuggets. So, like that, right? And then file them. Right? No. Oh. Okay. Like this. Oh, and I didn't think about we're actually going to need 2 of these. So let's make 2 sets of them then. Get one more piece of copper here. And file it down and then hammer it. We'll get us the ring. Now, if we take that, and then what was the other parts of it? Oh, hammer, and then the Thaumcraft. Because originally I thought, well, maybe we can make the Thaumcraft without, with the standard way by just making an iron rod. And then I saw that you've got to even have it to craft a rod. So, and then they want us to get a wooden rod. Let me see. How do we make that? Maybe the soft hammer? No, a saw and a file with a wood plank. Wood plank is... well... oh. Okay. Wood pulp in a compressor. Wood pulp is a knife and a mortar with a piece of wood. Man, this is like actually a lot of work just to make a plank of wood. Okay, so this and that and the mortar will get us the wood pulp. And then if we go put this through the compressor, that'll get us a wood plank. Okay. Maybe this already has enough steam, actually. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. But actually, I could change this over, because this has enough steam for right now. Why is it not efficiently running here? Okay. It's almost done. And there we go. We have our very first wood plank. I don't know why that's not... And it made that just fine, but this is... oh, the hammer's having issues. Well... I mean, there's enough steam there, it should be able to run. Anyway, so then to get the wooden rod, we just take a file. Why does it do that? Alright, a file with a saw, and that's going to give us the wooden rod. So now that quest is done. And this, I'm assuming, is probably just standard. Yeah, copper-capped wooden wand. And then the precision, we need to get ourselves an arcane work table. So to do that, of course we're going to need some slabs here. And just like that. That'll get us our table, and then we can just set this down and then right click it with our wand, and that's going to get us the arcane work table. Now I'm betting we're going to have to turn around and pick this right back up. Yeah. To finish the quest here, but we'll take the material bag as always. I'm hoping to get a bit more tin out of it, so out of these material bags. So we got 27 copper out of that one, and a bunch of iron. That's alright, we'll use it. So because I'm betting that whenever we start making steel, that's going to require iron, which I've actually been mining down there. Where that big iron vein is that I found, and got a ton of iron, and there's still a ton more, so you know, we should have quite a bit when the time comes. But alchemical dabbling, they want us to get a crucible. Yeah, it's still, we'll still just use the wand on a normal cauldron, so that'll be what, 6, 7 plates. So we'll do that and that. Oh, is that not how I made a cauldron? Oh, hammer in the middle. My bad. That'll get us that. And now this, since we're going to have to put a heat source underneath it and everything, I think we're going to bring it back a little bit and set it up just right here. Yeah. And then we'll probably have to pick it up to actually finish the quest. And then they want us to make 2 nitor, 6 torches, 2 coal, and then 2 glowstone. Now we don't actually have any glowstone at the moment, so we're going to have to wait till we can make steel to actually even finish this quest, because we're going to have to get to the nether. So anyway, now that we've got Thaumcraft started, I'm just going to really quickly show you how to get started with it. Just in case you're not familiar, I saved this to the end for those of you that aren't interested in seeing, you know, the whole Thaumcraft spiel. But basically, if you have this thermometer, or thermometer, however you want to pronounce it, you can go around and you see it's showing up on the screen here, stone, dirt. You can hold right click and you'll be able to scan these things with this. So basically you're just learning, like, basically what these are made of. Like that, for example, if you look down at the bottom right now, we've discovered Lux. So that's a brand new element, and it also unlocked a new research. Now see, now Lux is in this table. And the way it works is, Lux, for example, is a combination of Ignis and, was it Ordo? No, Ignis and air. Ignis and air is what Lux is made of. Just like a couple episodes ago, or last episode maybe, we did Victus by combining Terra and Earth. So now, for example, if we took fire and air and combined them, we got a point of Lux. We could have done that initially and just unlocked it, but it's generally better to scan things to actually get it, to get the you know, discovery and everything. And you'll also get points for research, which we'll get into here pretty soon. And since you've got Victus from combining Aqua and Terra, you can scan grass, and that's going to get you Herba, which is another new element. And then once you get Herba, you can actually go and scan these trees here and get Arbor. So then once you have that, I don't believe, no. See, I can't scan sheep yet because that's something we have to learn how, we have to learn the research for things that move. But if you notice, we can run around and scan all this stuff like fences or arbor. And basically there's a lot of elements that are combinations of elements, and like combinations of compound elements that are made from combining the base elements and so on. Another really good thing to scan early on is coal. Coal or charcoal is fine. Oh, actually, now if you notice, we learned potentia from that, but this pack actually has inventory scanning, so you can just hold this over anything in your inventory and it will scan it for you. You don't have to push any buttons or anything. It's just gonna, you know, attempt to scan everything that you have. So see, we can get everything scanned here like that. And anyway, once you get a bit of these elements and stuff, put this stuff in here. What you can do after that is get yourself some paper. And if you recall, we made those scribing tools a while back. Now generally what I do is I make 2 sets of these, but I don't have a feather right now, so I'm not going to worry about making a second set. But then you can open up your Thaumcraft, and there's all these tabs of different research and stuff that you can get. Now some of these are going to be blacked out and have this crazy writing on it. That means that you don't know enough stuff to actually get into this. And then some of these that are just, you know, colored in everything, they're not blinking, that means you already have it. But a lot of these are going to be blinking, and if you click on that with paper and scribing tools in your inventory, you'll get a research note. So for example, if we throw this one in here with our scribing tools, this one's all question mark. It means we don't know everything that's required to actually learn from actually be able to see the elements and stuff. But let's try research expertise, maybe? No. We still don't have everything for that one either. But I think I know what to scan for that. No, that doesn't give it. I think you need census. Actually, yeah, we don't have everything required for that. Don't work because we don't have FAMUS. Let me see here. We could scan a lot of these metals, maybe. See if I can get some of these scanned. Well, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to study empty things and stuff. Let me see here. There's got to be something that we can research, so I can show you research. Give me a second. I'm going to cut camera for just a moment, and I'll find something just so I can walk you through research and stuff really quickly before we end the episode. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. I ended up setting up this little chest here just to hold our research notes. But Niter, which we actually have that quest for, that we have to get the glowstone. Niter is an example that's pretty simple, and we have everything for it. Now, between this episode and next, I'll probably do all my scanning and stuff, because it does take a little while. But I just kind of want to give you an idea of what research is like. So, for example, right here we have Lux, and right here is Ignis. So what we want to do is we actually want to connect these together. Now, we know that Lux is a combination of air and Ignis, and if you don't know about an element, what you can do is you can open up this basic information tab, go to your what is it, aspects of magic, and you can flip through and see all the aspects that you found, and see that, like right here, Lux is air plus Ignis. And if you notice next to my tooltip there, it has a picture of a torch. That means that torches have Lux in them. So like here, potentia, You can find it in coal and charcoal. So basically you're going to have these compound aspects. Like lux is a compound aspect because it's made up of the two main aspects, like the primal aspects. Now compounds can also be made up of other compounds, like for example Herba is Victus and Terra. Well, Victus is a compound of Aqua and Terra. And then Arbor is air and Herba, so Herba, it just keeps going. It kind of builds, and you have to, kind of work your way up the tree and find all the aspects to really get started with Thaumcraft. But so once you know what aspects you have here, you're going to want to connect these by either using something that they make up or something that makes up them. So for example, Lux is a combination of air and Ignis, so we can actually use Ignis and pull it over here, and that'll connect, if you notice. But if let's say we put air next to fire. Whoops. If we took and put air next to fire, it's going to be darkened out. That means it's not going to connect, so we're not going to be able to use it. But then what we can do with the Ignis over here is use a thing of Lux here, and then those two will connect. And then we could just put Ignis here and Lux, say right here, and that connects these two elements, the initial elements that we started with. It'll connect them together and finish the discovery for us. And then we can just pull the discovery out, right click it, and if you notice at the top left it says research is complete. So if we go down here to alchemy, we can actually click on the Nitor thing and see that we need 3 Ignis, 3 Lux, 3 Potentia, and then a piece of glowstone dust in a Crucible, and that'll get us a piece of Nitor. Now we won't cover the Crucible today. We'll have to wait till we get steel to start getting into that, but I just wanted to show you the research really quick, and in case you wanted to move on with that, you can. But that's pretty much the basics of Thaumcraft. There's a lot more to it, which we'll get into in later on. If you need help with knowing what to scan, there's really good guides online for, like, if you're kind of new to Thaumcraft, as far as what to scan to get everything done, because sometimes it can be somewhat tricky. But if you have any specific questions, just let me know and I will I'll help you out. So but yeah, so I guess I'm going to call the episode there. I know we didn't get a ton done as far as advancing into tech and stuff like that, but next episode I will have the bronze and we'll get moving forward on steel production. So we have that to look forward to. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please comment, like, subscribe. It's very much appreciated. And until next episode, take care, and I will see you then.